Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic week. Well, there's some really horrible news coming out if you're anyone taking a shore excursion lately. You'll often hear in the news of people getting hurt on a cruise ship or going missing on a cruise ship, but in all reality, very few people injure themselves on a cruise ship. It's usually during a cruise, and normally it's on a shore excursion. And today I have news of two incidences that happened. One was a shore excursion where some people went out and took a taxi down to some of the more popular areas to go and visit the beach area and things like that. And the taxi tried to do a turnaround and didn't quite turn around properly and ended up into the ocean, flipped upside down, and the people were drowning. The good news about this is there were three young gentlemen, locals who lived there, and they jumped in and rescued these people. Had they not done that, this story would be much worse. It just, you see people in the videos or YouTube and you see people doing 3-point turns or horizontal parking and you see them crashing into cars and everything. That's exactly the kind of thing that people say happened here. It was like they were trying to do a quick U-turn. They pulled forward, they backed up, and when they backed up, they kept going and straight over the edge of the rocks into the water. Not a shore excursion as in a sanctioned shore excursion from the cruise line, but a version of shore excursions that people take. You have to be so careful. Remember, you're taking a taxi in your own home city, it's somebody else driving. It's the same thing if you're taking a taxi in another port. And even worse news came out on Princess Cay. The private island had one of their tour buses with carnival ecstasy, where 32 people ended up with a bus flipped over. No other vehicles were involved in the accident, and the accident is under investigation right now. The police aren't saying the cause. But they don't. There's no vehicle out there. There's no cause for the wind or the roads or rain or anything that should have caused anything to do with this bus. So they don't know what's going on. It could be anything. It could be the driver, missed a turn, missed a curve. It could be the driver got ill and sick, and or all kinds of reasons. Right? An animal could have ran across the road. He could have swerved. They'll have to investigate and find out. In the meantime, 28 people were immediately treated and they minor injuries and not too bad. But four people had to be airlifted to Fort Lauderdale on an Air Force C-130 to Fort Lauderdale for further treatment as the treatment was not good enough in the Bahamas for their injuries. The injuries range from everything from broken limbs to internal injuries and even possible paralysis. Now, all four passengers were responsive and talking to paramedics, but we'll have to wait to see how they turn out in from the hospital. And I hope the paralysis thing isn't there, and I hope everybody ends up being okay. First off, and it just goes to show you that anything can happen anywhere, right? You're on a bus full of people. This tour bus probably does this, you know, 80 times a year, does this same tour. And it just takes one time for something to happen. You always have to be aware of your surrounding. You head out on a boat, you head out on excursion to see whales. You never know what can happen. You take a float plane, anything out there. But the same is true wherever you go. It doesn't matter what the itinerary is or what the destination is. It can happen at your own house. Most accidents occur within a mile of your own home. So that just lets you know the percentage out there. It's a shame when you go on vacation and something like this happens, especially when it's something completely out of your control. You're not driving the bus, you're not driving the taxi, you're not driving the boat. it's one of those things, and I wish all the best for these people. I hope that they absolutely recover from any possible injuries. In the meantime, Carnival has shut down all tours by those operators until the investigation is done. Not only for this cruise, for all upcoming cruises, including Princess Cruise Line as well. So it just we'll have to wait and see what happens. In the meantime, keep your thoughts and prayers and good wishes out there for the people who were flown to hospital, and hope that they recover from their injuries. I hope you liked this news update. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.